paid for progression. I'ma get it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are doing well. So, ladies and gentlemen, today I've got a pretty cool vehicle, as you can see on the screen now. Yeah, this is just like the Egyptian T-34, the T-34-100 that the Egyptians built. Basically, a T-34 with a 100mm gun on. And I've got another interesting video about a similar tank, this time coming from Cuba. So, if you guys want to see that, don't forget to hit that subscribe, like, comment, share, and yeah, all those fantastic things. So what are we looking at? I am going to go to Google Translate because I don't want to screw up the name. So let's hear what Google Hoho has to say about it.
Geschützwagen B2, F.
Geschützwagen B2F, if I understand that. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, what happened? Okay. Now, for all the people that believe the German tanks were invincible during World War II, and the French had the shittest tanks in the whole world, contrary to popular belief on War Thunder, it's actually incorrect. The French actually had a larger tank force than Germany. And some of their tanks were pretty bad, okay? But a lot of their stuff was actually better than the Germans. Hard to comprehend, isn't it, hey? Okay. The Germans didn't knock out a lot of French tanks. Jokes aside, guys, and sarcasticness aside, okay? The French didn't lose a lot of tanks during World War II. They did lose tanks, without a doubt. Everybody loses war. But a lot of their tanks were actually abandoned by their crews because they ran out of ammo. While if you had a Hotchkiss 37mm that couldn't pin a paper, you'd also tell one run out of ammo because you had to fire 1,000,000 shots to disable a German tank as well in return. And the Germans was the same. They couldn't pin the French tanks because the French tanks were heavily armored, more heavily armored than the German tanks. But anyway, we do digress again. Let's get back to the point. So, a lot of French tanks were actually abandoned, either running out of ammo, running out of fuel, and because the French over-engineered their shit, a lot of them broke down. So, I've got the precise figures in front of me of how many of each tank they had captured, but I'm not going to go into that. It's going to make the video too damn long, and we don't care about those figures. What I'm telling you guys, the French tanks were equal to the German tanks. Take my word for it, okay? So, they sat with all the crackheads in Berlin at that time, sat there with a lot of French equipment, and they didn't know what the frick to do with it. Because it didn't fit into the doctrine, because French tanks were heavily armored, slow, and were designed to support infantry. World War I thinking in a World War II setting. I mean, World War II was mechanized, fast-moving armor, blitzkrieg, but the French were very good on the Krieg, but on the Blitz. So a lot of tanks went into occupation duty, policing. A lot were sent to Germany for inspection and conversion, and a lot of resistant forces in Europe stole a lot from the Germans. Didn't steal, shouldn't say that word. They actually, what's the correct word? Reoccupied the vehicles, okay? But a lot were used for policing service. And there were quite a few, I wouldn't say a lot, but quite compared to the numbers that were actually captured. There were a lot of conversions done to these tanks from everyone. The resistance sides, the Allies, the Germans, everybody was like, what the hell do we do with these things? And the Germans got hold of the Char B1 BIS, a heavy tank. Beautiful tank, very good tank for its time, very advanced for its time, and that was its damn downfall. It was over-engineered for its time. They got a hold of these, and then they had the 10.5 centimeter. I'm going to put this again in Google Translate, guys, because I don't want to screw a lot of this stuff up, so we're just going to put it here. I am bad with names. Come here. Okay, let me just get it again, guys. Let me just get it. Give me 10. Give me a millisecond. It was the field gun of the Germans, literally. Let's just put it in here. It won't put it in here. Okay, it was the 10 point. You guys know what I'm talking about. The 10.7 centimeter leFH howitzer of the Germans, which was standard field piece for them. So they gave it to Rheinmetall in Germany, and those crackheads at that time decided, ooh, let's take the 10.7 centimeter, build a casemate for this thing, and put it on the Char 1B. I mean, the Char 1B was already a huge tank, and it could easily carry this gun. And they were like, yeah, cool. And then Hitler was like, oh, give me some of that freaking crack that you guys are on. I want 16 of these units ordered. But then a German officer, a German general, with just a little bit less crack in him, was like, but sir, these things are so big, they'll be seen from miles. Or he was smoking weed. Sounds like it to me the way I'm talking. These things will be seen from miles, so we'll have to keep them behind the enemy lines. No shit, Sherlock. It's an artillery piece. It's a self-propelled gun. So they produced several of these, and there is images, as you see on the screen, where they were actually used in battle. So I'm going to give you a bit of information. Take all this information with a grain of salt. Dimensions: length, height, width, height. 7.62 times 2.4 times 3 meters. Total weight, battle ready, 32.5 tons. Crew 5, commander, driver, gunner, and 2 loaders. Propulsion: 1 Renault 307 water-cooled 6-cylinder gasoline petrol engine delivering 272 horsepower. It's like a Beetle today. It's like a slow car today. Top road speed 28 kilometers, or for your American people, 17 miles per hour. Off-road speed 21 kilometers, for the Americans again, 13 miles per hour. Operational range was 135 kilometers, or for the Americans again, 84 miles. Main armament was the 10 centimeter, or 4 for the Americans, 4.13 inches, left 18.3 howitzer. Secondary armament was a 7.92 millimeter, 0.31 inch MG34 machine gun. Armor chassis front 40 to 60 millimeters. For the Americans again, 1.57 to 2.36 inches, side and rear 55 millimeters, or 2.16 inches. Total production 16 units. That's what I've got to say. I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video, guys. The 76, or was it a 75 millimeter that was hall mounted in the Char B1 bus? The Germans actually removed it because they did realize, those crackheads did realize, that it was actually a stupid idea to have a gun mounted in there. I mean, basically all the nations learned it. The Russians, the Americans, the British, everyone learned it was a stupid idea. So they did remove it, and they did put this. Now, I think this would be actually, if Gaijin could actually put out a decent event, I think this will be a very cool event vehicle. But we'll know Gaijin can't put out a decent event because they don't have a freaking clue on what decent event is if it doesn't involve money. Okay? This could be a very cool event vehicle. I can come up with 20 types of events that they can hold with this type of thing that they can run. Okay? But also, Gaijin doesn't know how to freaking implement artillery into the game, even though it is so easy. And keep an eye out on the channel. We are with our friend channel, Cataman Gaming. I'll put a link to his channel in the links below. We are planning a video on how to implement artillery in War Thunder. So it is something that will be coming soon. We're just setting up dates and times for that. So keep an eye out for that. We're also doing a lot of other videos, which will be very interesting, on thoughts on how things can get implemented. But Gaijin doesn't have a freaking clue how to implement artillery. So they register them as tank destroyers. It's just to sell premium at time because they make the shells so OP, it's not even funny. But yeah, that is basically this thing in a nutshell. Let me just put the name again in Google Translate. Okay, you guys are ready?
10,5 cm leFH 18 Drittel SF auf Geschützwagen B2 F.
Whatever she just said. So, to all my German friends and all my German viewers, sorry guys, I just don't want to screw it up. I'm not very good with languages. So, pretty cool vehicle. I do love these things. These things are dope. They are cool. I love the ingenuity that goes into them. And that's why I always do videos if I find things like this, because things like this have to be remembered, have to be kept. This is humanity at its worst, but also at its best. I've got a friend that I play DayZ with, Kilroy, and we were talking about something happening in the world, and we both said that the best thing that the human race is good at, the best thing at everything we can do, the best thing we are, and we can cook as well, make delicious food, but the best thing we are at, the best thing is killing each other. And this is perfect prime example. You take something that you find useless and you turn it into something to kill someone else. But looking past that, I love this type of ingenuity. I love it when you take a piece of scrap metal, put a bullet with it, and you turn it into a bloody one-shot pistol. Or you take a fan and you put it on top of your car's roof to blow cold air into your car to keep you cool. I love the ingenuity to these type of things. At our lowest, we can still come up with ingenuity systems and we can still develop things. And this is why I love these type of vehicles. And this is why I'd love to see technicals in War Thunder. Please, War Thunder, give us technicals. This is awesome. I do love seeing these things. I'll put a link. I'll put the video for the Egyptian T100 in the end screen, and I'll put a link to the video in the description. So check out for that video release. When this video comes out, you'll see that link over there. Very interesting tank. And then we will also be having a Cuban vehicle similar to this, but just different. It's different, but very cool, very weird, very unique. So ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for watching. Keep well, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.